Hey there, it's Mike here, and you probably have seen a lot of videos online about making money with ChatGPT. I've actually reacted to quite a few of them. So this video really caught my attention. This one's called The AI Hustle. No, ChatGPT will not make you $300 a day. It has this thumbnail here, which is really interesting. It says, "This is really dumb," and it has pictures of all these different people, some of them pretty big influencers like Graham Stephan and Andre Zick, who are making these types of videos about making money with ChatGPT. So let's go take a look at this one. This one has over 281,000 views, 13,000 likes on it. I'm going to give it a like here. If you guys can like my video as well, it really helps out with my YouTube channel, and I appreciate it so much. And hit that subscribe button and bell notification. Let's jump in and see what this guy has to say about ChatGPT and making $300 a day.
A good grift requires people to believe four things. People need to believe it's credible, people need to believe it will give them wealth or a better life, people need to believe it will be easy, and people need to believe that the grifter has a secret to making it all work. AI is going to be a better opportunity for scammers than cryptocurrency.
I really think it is, and it's the hot new thing. It's kind of like what cryptocurrency was a couple years ago, where it was like everyone was talking about it. There was all kinds of different methods of making money online with it. People really got into it. I know a lot of people that lost a lot of money with crypto. So you just got to be careful. This is the hot thing, and don't think that it's just going to magically start making you money overnight. It won't.
And it's already starting.
But I'm going to be going through exactly how you can use this new AI bot called ChatGPT to help you when it comes to making money online.
In this video, I'm going to show you a stupid, easy way to make money with ChatGPT.
I don't need to tell you about Chat.
Here's the thing though, I want to preface this with saying that you can use AI and ChatGPT to help you in your business. And if that helps you to make extra money, then it can help you make money. But you're not just going to sit and like put a prompt into ChatGPT and it's magically going to start making you money. That just doesn't happen.
GPT. If you have been anywhere on the internet in the last 6 months, you already know about what it and other programs like it can do. Designing images, writing code, and creating content are the most time-consuming tasks in the most typed-up industries, tech and online marketing. If you pay attention to this space, you will hear about people making enormous fortunes on a daily basis. The challenge is that coding, writing, and creating digital media takes a lot of effort and requires talent and experience.
And that's the thing with AI, is that you can use your talent and experience in order to create kind of an AI that will be an extension of you. And that's, I think, the important part. It's an extension of you and not a replacement yet.
Someone who needs quick money now doesn't have time to learn about web development or take a Photoshop course, and AI is the answer to that. New programs can take basic prompts and create viable content which can then be monetized. Except it just doesn't work, and idiots on the internet need to stop telling you it does. New AI programs are not going to make you rich, and there are 4 reasons why that happens to line up perfectly with the ingredients that make a great grift. The first reason is that the fields they apparently work in only reward top performers, and AI doesn't produce content as good as the best humans.
That's true. I mean, you're not going to have an AI Mr. Beast that's going to be better. But, you know, I say that now, and I wonder if we're going to look back in like 20 years from now, and it's going to be completely different. We'll see.
Fight.
The most frequently recommended AI hustle is creating fully automated YouTube channels. The business plan is to get ChatGPT to write you a video, Midjourney to create a slideshow of visuals, and some freemium online software to turn it into a video to post on YouTube and make that sweet ad revenue.
I've seen that over and over again, and it's interesting. I know that there are people, I personally know that there are people making videos, faceless YouTube videos, and making money from them. Now, I don't know if they're using all AI to do it, but I'm sure they're using AI to help them do it.
To qualify for monetization on YouTube, a channel needs a minimum of 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. That doesn't sound like much, but less than 1% of channels ever qualify for the partner program, and this barrier was so challenging for new channels to overcome that YouTube lowered the requirement to 3,000 hours of watch time and 500 subscribers. Even of the channels that gain enough of a following to be monetized, most are only making a few dollars a day. It took me, and most of the other creators I speak with personally, more than a year of making content before we were monetized.
It can take a while to get monetized, but the thing that AI can help you do now is that you're not going to have to actually create the content yourself. So it might speed things up a little bit. Like a video, you can crank out a bunch of different videos, and what happens with these different AI channels is usually one of them will go viral, or it will get if like more views than the others, and that's how they're able to get monetized.
Making videos is time consuming, so letting AI do all of the work for you plays well into one of the key ingredients of a good grift. People need to believe it will be easy. The trouble is that AI is just not very good yet, and the reason you don't see many other channels run by robots is not because people aren't trying. It's because the YouTube algorithm simply isn't making them as visible, because there are better videos made by real creators still putting in effort. You may not like the weird energy of Mr. Beast or the Paul brothers, but they are much more engaging than an internet word generator, so they get millions of views, and the millions of people trying to create automated channels get nothing.
Here's the thing, I think some of these people doing these little channels, they're not necessarily focused on being the best. They're going to be happy if their channel is making them $1,000 a month. They'll be happy with that. And you don't have to be super successful and have millions of subscribers on YouTube to make that kind of money.
Dropshipping is another common grift that has the same apparent advantage, which is really its biggest weakness. If you are one of the lucky few that has not had the dropshipping dream pitched to you yet, the business plan is to find overseas companies selling cheap products overseas using websites like Alibaba. Once you find something you think will sell well, you set up a website of your own to sell those products at a higher price.
I don't see why they think this is a scam though, because I know there are people that are making money with dropshipping. Like, it's not a scam.
When someone buys something off your website, you turn around and buy it off the overseas seller and simply give them the address of the purchaser so they can handle the postage and you keep the profit. But not only will you be competing with the thousands of other people that are trying to do the same thing, you will also be competing with Walmart and Amazon that offer faster delivery times, better brand recognition, lower prices, a wider product selection, and have millions of visitors visiting their stores all the time.
But you're not really competing with Walmart. And like the products that these people are selling with drop shipping, they're directly going and targeting products that are very niche, very different. I don't know. I don't really think you're competing with them.
People selling dropshipping courses also rarely admit that your customer could also just go on Alibaba themselves and buy the product at the lower price.
That happens for a lot of different products though. Like if you go online, you go to a store, and how many times have you gone to and bought something, and then later you're like, I wonder how much this would cost at other places, and you find out that it's $50 cheaper at another place. You weren't like scammed by that place. The place that you went to, maybe it was convenience, maybe it was just the fact that they offer a different kind of a service to you. I don't know. It's not necessarily a scam just because someone else is offering a different price.
Creating content using AI runs into all of the same problems. It's pitched as an easy way to build a business or generate side income, but it's never going to compete with the people putting in real effort to bring a better product to market.
I agree with that. I mean, people that are creating real content, it's going to be better than this AI content. I mean, that's just clear.
How long would you watch a video of an AI voice reading a procedurally generated script?
It's surprising, though, that these videos, like I've seen some of these channels with AI scripts and AI reading it, and they're getting lots of views. I don't know how long people are watching them. But what I've heard, and this is what I've heard about these kind of AI created videos, it's better, and what they're recommending is that you create the video with AI, but you do the script, you either hire someone or you read it yourself. Like the kind of the AI voices aren't really cutting it.
Wouldn't you rather spend your time on YouTube watching content from dedicated creators? Of course you would. And since YouTube wants you to use their platform for as long as possible, they will only promote content that keeps people engaged. But what about all the people who did get rich off of dropshipping and the people already making money using AI? Well, the lack of competitiveness that a zero barrier to entry business has is just the first problem with thinking AI will magically make you $300 a day. So it's time to learn how money works to find out how an amazing technology is being turned into the world's greatest grift. The second reason that AI has already become such a great grift is that the ways that it can make you money sound credible. ChatGPT only mixes together stuff it scraped off the internet, but it can still do some pretty impressive stuff.
And we're gonna get some answers. Is it magic? Is it just algorithms? Is it going to save us or destroy us? Let's go find out.
I think people are really curious about ChatGPT right now. Like everyone wants to know. I think there's people that are a little bit scared too that their jobs are going to be taken away.
Another popular plan to make money using AI has been letting ChatGPT pick stocks for you.
That sounds scary, but who knows? Maybe AI is going to be better than we are. It's less emotional.
All the big financial influencers have made some variation of this video, and even reputable outlets like CNN Business have written articles suggesting that AI chatbots can pick stocks for you better than a fund manager. I hope to most of you that sounds totally ridiculous, because it is.
I don't know. It might not be. Like, the like I said, like the whole emotional thing that goes into it and the information that it's going to have access to, like right now, it might be ridiculous, but 5 years from now, 10 years from now, maybe it will be better.
But it's also easy to understand why people would fall for this. Financial education is severely lacking in America and most other countries. People are told that they should invest, and it's normally left at that. Accessing a paid financial professional is expensive and makes the mere act of investing pointless if you have to pay someone $2,000 to tell you how to invest your remaining $8,000. So the only option is turning to people on the internet that give general advice that won't be suitable for everyone.
See, he's putting Graham Stephan on there, and then there's Carson, goes at Gale or whatever. They give good advice. Like I think Graham, I like his channel. I like the stuff that he does. I actually base this reactions that I do. I learned how to do it from watching his reaction channel. Like I don't think he gives bad advice. He tells people good stuff. He's not like trying to steal people's money. I don't have a problem with him.
Or in some cases, anyone.
Choose from. That's why I'm really proud to stand behind today's sponsor, FTX.
Okay, so that's another whole thing right there. So Graham had a sponsor, and his sponsor was FTX, which went under, and he's apologized for that. And I don't know if it's enough or whatever, but he was sponsored by a company that went under. But I mean that could technically happen to anyone. I mean even if that company was sponsored by Tom Brady as well, and I don't know, it's a tough one.
Another thing that people know is important but don't know much about is AI. Speaking with just a little bit of authority about these two topics will attract a big audience. There are computer programs employed by major quant funds that are coded by people with PhDs in statistics, physics, and computer science. These are programs that use millions of data points to gain a slight edge in trading. This makes the claim about AI investing sound credible since ChatGPT is an impressive computer program that uses a huge dataset. It's been able to do things like pass the bar exam on its first try, so it should be able to do the same thing as those quant algorithms, right? Wrong. The programs that quant funds use only work when they exclusively execute a strategy, and they often don't work. And when they do, they only work for a short time before the market reverse engineers what they are doing and does the same thing. That's very different from passing the bar, which is mostly a test of memorizing legal precedents. Since ChatGPT has a large bank of training data, it gives it an unfair advantage. An average person with some basic legal training could probably pass the bar too if they were allowed.
I guess. I mean, it has all that information in it, but I still think that right now it's so early in AI and in ChatGPT, and it just keeps on advancing so quickly that it will eventually be able to. There are going to be people that come out with trade AI software, and they're not going to share them. You're not going to get access to it. We're going to read books in 20 years from now about how people had created the perfect AI trading bot and how they made millions with it, and then we're going to find out about it later. See.
Allowed to bring a laptop with an archive of case law into the exam room, but they are not. Investing is very different from passing the bar. Any strategy that can be accessed by typing a prompt into ChatGPT is going to have zero competitive edge over the market, because anybody else can do the same thing. Also, ChatGPT does not take your personal financial situation into account, and since its training data only goes up to 2021, it's out of date too. The reason that better financial creators on YouTube don't talk about what to invest in is because they know it's impossible to give good advice to such a large audience. This is frustrating for them, because they can see how much money other people are making by claiming to be financial experts and giving advice that is really hurting people.
So don't ever expect Meet Kevin to sell you a stock investing course. Thank you so much for...
I actually like Meet Kevin. And it's interesting. People start their YouTube careers and they're in one direction, and then they learn that, they can make a lot of money selling a course. I have no problem with people selling a course as long as you're doing something that is actually helpful.
Considering this course.
You are fake news.
It's also frustrating to their audience because people like Patrick Boyle, The Plain Bagel, and Ben Felix are financial professionals with qualifications, licenses, and certifications that make them much better equipped to give advice. But it's because of their experience that they know that they can't give advice. A simple recommendation like, you should buy a broad market index fund is good advice for some people, but it can be terrible advice for people with short-term financial goals, high interest debt, or no emergency savings. Since as YouTubers we can't control who watches our videos, the next best thing we can do is not give any advice at all. ChatGPT has the same limitations. It doesn't understand your finances. It just predicts.
I think you can also in ChatGPT put into it this is my situation, give advice based upon that. It's amazing. Most people that use ChatGPT have no idea the the potential that it has. They just ask it like write me an article, a 500-word article on losing weight, and then they want to use that on a website and monetize it with AdSense or something. But it can do so much more.
Predicts what word makes the most sense to type out next. So even if it does look like it can make everything easier, please don't use it for financial advice. The AI hype is made to sound even more credible because there are people that are going to get rich off this technology. The fear of missing out on an exciting trend like this can make it hard to stay sensible. The people that are going to make millions in this industry fall into three categories. The first group are the people that can actually create programs like ChatGPT, because they are geniuses in the fields of machine learning, allowing them to start their own companies or negotiate huge salary packages from big tech companies that want top talent in the space.
There's a lot of software too that's being created around ChatGPT using their API, and there's a lot of people making a lot of money doing that.
The next group are people who have already invested into AI companies that are now benefiting off investor hype. And the third group are people that run regular businesses that can use AI to make operations more efficient, which is different from building a business completely from scratch using AI.
I agree with that, and that's what I personally do with AI, as I use it to help me do things in my business, but it's not my business.
If you're not in one of these groups, that's okay. Nobody can be in the right place at the right time every time, and chasing trends is a costly exercise. The third reason that AI is going to make such a great grift is because it's easy for people to claim they have the secret to making it all work. AI programs are easy to use, but they still have a learning curve, and to utilize them to their fullest potential, you are going to need to look up guides online to learn how to get it to work and what can be done with it. That's an easy way for people to make big claims and soak up those sweet clicks. They might claim it's harmless, but it isn't. And that's because one of the biggest problems in the YouTuber finance space is a strategy I call the bait and backpedal. This is where a YouTuber will post a clickbait title like how to use ChatGPT to become a millionaire, and then say nothing in the video about how this program is supposed to make you a millionaire.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess it's a little clickbaity, but if people like the video and enjoy the content, I don't know if it's wrong.
The people that have perfected this strategy will even cover themselves in the video by saying that people shouldn't risk their money, and that AI is not made for this, which is the backpedal part of the strategy. That means if they are ever called out, they can just claim that the person didn't watch their video. But by that point, the damage is done. Not every person that sees a thumbnail will click on it. I am pretty bad at clickbait, so my numbers may be worse. But for every one view on my channel, my video needs to be displayed to 15 people on average. A lot of people will just see that ChatGPT can make them a millionaire and never watch the video that says precisely the opposite. And that's the fourth reason. It's easy to believe that this could change your life.
I guess. I mean, I don't think it's really going to change my life as far as it's going to make my life a little bit easier, but it's not like, oh wow, I can not work anymore because of ChatGPT.
Starting a business or investing is not exciting. If it's exciting, you are probably doing something wrong. Investing is a long-term and boring exercise that rewards discipline more than chasing trends. Starting business is the same, with the addition of a lot of hard work. An easy shortcut sounds great, but the best examples of this not working is actually the second richest family in America. They run their business in such a traditional way that their executives still need to sign in with a punch card.
So what do you guys think of that about this? I really enjoyed the fact that he went through and talked about all the different aspects of this grift that he calls it. And I do believe that people are taking advantage of the AI trend, but it's really interesting to see what ways people are really coming up with to actually help in their business. I think that AI isn't necessarily a way of making money. It's a way of helping us. It's a helper. It's an assistant. It's a way of giving you maybe an extra arm, maybe an extra brain to help you in your business as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a like. I really appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button and bell notification. As always, thank you so much for watching. See you again in my next video. Thanks.